In this video, we complete step 30, the drop method. So the drop method will accept a single parameter, columns, and this parameter will be either a string or a list of strings, and it will contain all the columns that we will drop from our data frame. So the end result will be a data frame without the columns that are passed to the drop method. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin over here. So the first thing is if columns is a string, we're going to go ahead and turn it into a list. So this will make it easier to process. So if columns is a string, then we'll reassign columns as a one-item list of itself. So if it is not a list, then we'll just raise a type error, and that's what it says. Raise a type error if it's a string, if it's not a string or a list. Okay, so if it is not a list, then we will simply raise a type error and say columns must be either a string or a list, either a string or a list. All right, great. So now we're guaranteed to have a list. We're not going to verify whether everything inside the string or inside the list is actually a string. So what we will do is we're going to create some new data, a new data dictionary, and we're going to iterate through all the data as we normally do. So dot items here. So if call is so if it's in the list, we won't do anything. So we'll say, if not column. So what this is going to do is it's going to check whether column is in the column. So if it's not in there, then we will keep it in our data frame. So we will make a new entry into our dictionary, and we'll simply do this. So this is actually checking whether or not it's in the columns that the user has given us. If it is not in there, then we will make a new entry to our dictionary. So we'll only return those columns that are not in that not in the list that the user has provided. So we should be able to return our data frame constructor with this new data dictionary. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. So this is in the other methods. So it's called test drop, and it passed. Okay, good. So let's just see this in action over here. So if we have df over here, and let's say we want to drop, I don't know, the state column. Okay, good, that worked. And let's say we want to drop, now let's use a list of strings. So say state and, I don't know, weight. And that looks like it has done it correctly. All right, so we verified in the notebook. We formally tested it with PyTest, with our unit test. So it looks like everything is good for step 30.